This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Friday, June 24th, 2022. The title of this rant is, How Can You Be a Hero When Speaking Up 17 Months Late? So yesterday we had three white Republican men who spoke up very candidly about how they stopped Trump from trying to steal the election and get himself reinstalled as president. We owe a lot of gratitude to them, but my big question is why did all of this come out now? Why did they have to appear before a committee? Why weren't they yelling and screaming about this when it happened? But again, we owe them gratitude. They did speak up. They were Republican. They were appointed by Trump. They knew the inner workings of how government works, and they saw that what Trump was trying to do was totally illegal, and they put a stop to it. And again, we need to be grateful for that. But I think that as we're seeing these things from the January 6th committee, we're seeing a couple things. Number one, Trump is guiltier than hell. Yes, he is in many, many forms, and he needs to be brought to justice. Justice needs to be served. And what we're saying is that this is a bigger and bigger thing. It's more than just this guy Clark they talked about yesterday, more than this guy Eastman they talked about before, that the RNC was involved, Ginny Thomas was involved big time, the committee to re-elect the president. Yes, I did bring that back from the Watergate years, the Trump campaign, they were involved. And that, this whole stop the steal thing was not happenstance at all. This was planned, thought out, contrived. And there were just scores and scores of, let's just say, deep state, or what I want to say, people from deep in the bowels of the Republican Party and the conservative movement, who were working diligently to try and let's just say, break laws, bend laws, and totally break norms that had been established and followed through on for, let's just say, hundreds of years, which shows that we need to ensconce a lot of this in law so that these norms are not norms, that they are laws, and that there will be penalties, etc. And of course, all of this was done to get Trump in power again when he did not get reelected. Basically, I can see right now that there are clear conspiracies, multiple conspiracies that are going on that the January 6th committee is looking up. I see a lot of gaps in what they do, which means that they have lots more information to let out at some time. Unfortunately, because of the election right now, we might not see a lot of it because they got to get it out soon. This is something that really should take years. So it's hopeful that the House and the Senate will return to Democratic hands in the fall. But let's just get one thing straight. This former guy, he's guilty of a lot of felonies. We are grateful for those that spoke up. They should have spoke up much sooner. And the committee has a lot to do. This is getting deeper and wider as every day goes by. We know that they have the goods and that more and more will be revealed, and that, let's just say, heads are going to roll and people are going to prison.